Gamercast Network.
Hey. All right. It's a video game show. It's a video game show. It's not a game show about videos. It's a video game show.
It's Gamercast Network video game show episode number 129 for today, because I got to look at my watch, Sunday, February 15th, 2009. And we're going to do a roll call question today. We're going to get a little deep with it. It is, has Metacritic ruined the video game industry? And joining us today, we have Chad.
Yes, it has.
We also have Keith.
No, it hasn't.
We have Ivan.
No.
We have Bob.
I'm going to have to agree with Chad.
Which was?
Yes, it has ruined the video game industry. For those of us who have an attention span shorter than 15 seconds.
I was busy thinking of my own answer. So I'm Chris, and my answer is yes. Okay.
There you go.
Next topic.
This week on the Gamercast Network. On the Sarcastic Gamer PlayStation podcast, Spring Fever is coming to the PSN, and the boys in blue can't wait to catch it. Thou shalt not have a fishy on a little dishy. Thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in. Only on Destructoid's Brit Pop podcast, The Podcastle. Check out Gamertag Radio for the perfect union of music and video games. On Uncle Gamer, it's another PS3 Love Fest, as the hosts talk about Flower, Spring Fever, and the momentum of the overall Sony platform in 2009. Podtoid will be talking about the Resident Evil series, the past, the present, and how to make a Jill sandwich. The Podtacular crew take a look at the Halo Wars demo. Will it be everything it's cut out to be? And does it meet our expectations for a Halo title? Check out episode 180 for all the details. Discover the community that brings you all these great podcasts and more. GamerCastNetwork.com.
Next topic.
Did anyone actually play Fear 2, out of curiosity?
We all played the demo.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody's played the actual game?
No, I don't want to buy it because I played the demo.
Right.
Do you guys always download all the demos that come out?
Ones that I'm interested in. And thank God, because if not, I may have actually bought Fear 2.
Yeah.
That's not going to make the people who decided that the demos should be a go for Monolith. They're not going to be very happy. That's actually what they were worried about. That's a big reason for developers not to put demos out, is because many times people aren't going to buy them if they play it. Because people go to the store, and believe it or not, $60 is an impulse buy for a lot of people. Or more like the parents buy it for the kids just because, oh, my kid likes wrestling. Let me get him the latest wrestling game.
My child likes psychically killed military soldiers shooting each other. I'm going to get this.
I'm not saying specific to Fear 2, but generally demos. I mean, there's never been a Halo game have a demo before until Halo Wars came out.
But do you think that's because they were afraid that people would try it and then not want to buy it? As far as Halo's concerned, I think they just thought, why bother spending money developing a demo? We know everyone's going to buy it anyway. There's never been one for Gears either. That's
a good point. Would you put a demo out if you had a game that you only think that is better than it's going to get reviewed? So something like Skate, where people are going to go, it's stupid, it's going to be like Tony Hawk. And then the demo came out and everyone said, wow, this is actually really fun, let me go buy it.
I think you have to put a demo out for a new property, or at least it would help you to put a demo out for a new property. Right? For Fear 2, just because it wasn't as good as the first one, or maybe wasn't as good as it should have been, it probably hurt them. But had there been a demo for Fear 1 and we all would have played it, we all would probably, it maybe helped sales. More than not.
It would really matter if the demo is good if you have a good game, and the demo is bad if you have a bad game.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's really what it boils down to. So make a good game, and then you can put out a demo.
Next topic.
Do you guys use PC demos at all?
Yeah, I go through Steam on a regular basis and will just download a bunch of demos.
If it's on Steam, I might, but back in the old days when you had to go to their website, you had to download the install, and then you had to install it, because then you had to worry about uninstalling it when you bought the real version, or
holy if you didn't, my God.
Yeah.
Or uninstalling it, then it's put some other temporary version of Java in there that it needed to run that you don't need for anything else, and now it shows up in your toolbar every time you turn your computer on and never shuts the hell off. Yeah.
I always play Xbox demos. I never play PC demos for that reason. It's going to put some DLL there that I don't actually need, and it's going to make my computer more slow.
Or one of the things that always pissed me off was the install would always launch DirectX setup.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they make it smart enough to detect what version you had and then just skip it if you had the newest version? Because, you have DirectX 9C or some crap.
Well, they put that letter on the end. DirectX 9C. Do you already have this? And you go, I know I got 9.
Right.
Right.
And you're like, I don't frickin' know what I have. So then you're afraid to install it. God forbid you have 9C and it says this requires 9B or greater. Would you like to install 9B? And you're like, I don't know.
It's gonna blow up.
That's when you call Chad.
So wait, you ignore all the other demos out there for all the fine PC games? Like this last week, there was a demo for Necrovision, which is a first-person shooter set in World War I with vampires and the undead. So you kind of skipped that whole game? Just because there was no Steam demo?
Actually, yes, because that sounds pretty sweet, but
I skipped that whole game because it was about vampires in World War I.
No, it actually isn't a very good game, but still.
But you would know that if you tried the demo.
These are people, Chad, that didn't see Jason in space, so they're not gonna play World War I vampire game where you have to play a mini game to bite someone on the neck and then to have a quick time event to load your musket.
It's not that long ago, Jesus Christ.
The War of 1812 Vampire Edition. Boy, hold still while I have to put in the ball in the powder. No.
Everyone complains they're all World War II first-person shooters. Now some nice little...
some real inventive guy went out there and made a World War I shooter.
No, but here's the problem. I don't like the World War II stuff because it's too old. So going backwards isn't any better.
You gotta at least make it to the Middle Ages before you get interested again.
Yeah.
Middle Ages, Rome, somewhere around there. Greece, we can handle.
I want a caveman game.
Battlefield 30,000 BC.
Do you want to be the sniper?
Here's a rock.
You can hit things from at least 20 feet away.
Oh, wait. You're one of the guys that pushed the boulders onto the mammoths? Okay, you're an engineer. Here's a stick.
Engineer.
Bob, you need to be melee. Pick up the tree trunk.
I'd play that game. I
I would.
Damn it, I would too.
I get to be push the rock guy.
Chris, you're bait. Go run out in front of it.
You run fast.
Hold this piece of meat.
Wear the meat vest.
In the communication, the voice chat, they would actually make it authentic. You know how in Battlefield, people yell in Chinese? You'd call in reinforcements and you go, oh, that means he spotted a heavy artillery guy up there on the hill.
In another 3 hours, he'll be right next to us.
Next topic.
When we're talking about PC demos, you guys say, well, yeah, of course, Steam. I mean, is PC gaming Steam now, pretty much?
In my opinion.
My opinion, yes.
They fixed it.
It's Steam and WoW.
What other digital distribution platforms are out there that make it easy beyond like Stardock? Games for Windows isn't tearing up the whole world there.
No, just PC gaming. Remember, you used to just go to the store, buy the disc, and come home. It didn't need a brand. It didn't need a affiliation. It was just Diablo 2, and you put it in your drive and you played it.
You know what killed buying a game in the store is digital rights management. I'm sick and tired of typing in CD keys when I can just buy it on Steam, it's linked to my name, and you're done. That's it.
Some Steam games actually have CD keys as well that you have to type in.
None I bought.
Well, there are some. Like, I think Unreal Tournament does.
Oh, well, that one I actually bought in the store, so I figured that was my dumb fault.
Yeah, I haven't really dealt with that since the Raven Shield days when we couldn't play because CD key was in use.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
That game was so... But just, dude, honestly, let's stop and think for 1 second. How much fun did we have with that game that we were willing to put up with that on a regular basis in group play?
And since then, what game have we played that much? I mean, nothing as a group.
I don't know if that's fair. We don't have the time we used to. I don't.
I was looking around like, yeah, no, I do.
I would do that now with Left 4 Dead. I'm trying to do that now. Very hard.
Bob and I have been playing that game a lot, actually.
Yeah. I have achievements and everything. I think my Steam rating's like tripled since I started playing that game. The only problem with Left 4 Dead is you can only have 4 people at one time, which kind of sucks.
And the only reason I would play something else would be for that reason and because Left 4 Dead is good, but the 3 guns that you have.
Yeah, see? I'm not the only one bothered by that. That was my first objection when the game came out, that there were only 5 guns or whatever. What's the DLC that's going to come out for that?
Another mode, I think, and then another campaign.
Which will be good, but for the game itself, for what it is, I guess you don't need, a whole arsenal of different kinds of guns, but...
Oh, but it's fun. If you had, armor and could outfit yourself better and pick types of grenades, I mean, it wouldn't really make sense, but it'd be fun.
Still haven't been able to kill that bitch of a witch in one headshot.
Can you? I was going to say, is it even possible?
There's an achievement for it.
We got to startle her first.
Yeah, you startle her, and then that's what I was trying to do today. I had the rifle finally, and you have to startle her. I started backpedaling, had a great shot teed up, and then got puked on. And I was like, oh, you got to...
Maybe that's the problem, is every time I've tried it, I've just tried to sneak up on her and shoot her.
No, she doesn't take damage until she starts charging you.
Okay, that's probably why I haven't done it then.
Because if I run up to her, put the shotgun to the back of her head, and pump off 9 rounds, like, it doesn't do any damage.
Oh, that was hot, though. I got it all.
Pop off 9 rounds on the back of her head.
Next topic.
So on the subject of PC gaming and piracy and all that, Chad will fill us in on some stuff that happened because I only read big fonts.
What? Back to me?
You're the one who did all the research.
I'm trying to give you a segue
Oh.
and not take all your credit.
There was a story about, what was this? This was the guy from the PC Gaming Alliance. He was the president, and he had an interview with the Big Download website. And the PC Gaming Alliance is one of those groups that is trying to, support or reinforce, improve the state of PC gaming. And this includes like NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, Microsoft, blah, blah, blah.
There's 2 people missing from that list that are very important to the PC gaming industry, I think.
Which ones?
I didn't hear Blizzard and I didn't hear Valve.
No, I didn't see Blizzard or Valve. I saw Activision. I don't know if EA's in there or not. Probably not.
Then talk to me about saving the industry when you have some people that can.
And actually, to join this group, you have to pay, if you're just a lowly contributor to the group, you got to pay $5,000. And if you want to be a promoter in the group, you got to pay $30,000.
There you go. Because Blizzard's like, I don't need any help from you to promote our products. We crap out $30,000 in the bathroom, but, still, that's another round of hookers for our executives. And, we're just not going to do it.
Blizzard speaking. This is the PC Gaming Alliance. Would you like to join us? What are you guys about? We're about saving the PC industry. Looks pretty safe to me, dude. My walls are made of gold.
Though you know what? It is pretty hard to see from up here on my golden throne. Yeah, we each have one. I don't know. We were bored. What else? Just keeping all this money in one room was taking up too much space, so we just had to convert it. Okay, yeah, you take care too. All right.
In this interview, the president of this group was basically saying that he felt that piracy is actually kind of beneficial in a way. He wasn't advocating piracy, but he was saying that piracy in a way helps to get a studio's name out there and get some brand recognition.
You know, it has some merit, but it's kind of slippery. Think about professional photography. I hear a lot about this at work. So a lot of people at work sell some of their stuff on the side. Has kind of gone this way where pretty much magazines no longer pay for pictures anymore. Send them your pictures, say, would you like to use this? And they'll say, yeah, we'll use this, and in return, we'll put your name on it so you get recognition for using your work in a professional magazine. And they're like, yeah, but how about some money? And they're like, well, we'll give you $100. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about? If I was selling this for real, you'd be paying $5,000-$10,000 for some of my work. No one pays anymore. And because everybody and their brother has a digital camera and can take 5,000 pictures and accidentally get a great shot, all they really need is somebody at the magazine to recognize that. And they're pretty much doing all of the work. And so there's really no need to pay for them anymore. And so you could end up with that kind of thing, is like all these startup companies making their games and then nobody pays them for it because, you'll just get your recognition. And then with that recognition, somebody will front you money to make your next game, which you'll actually make money on.
It's like a gaming internship.
It's funny that you're talking about magazines. So the guy's like, but I took a sweet picture. And he says, but I'm a magazine, dude. People just go on the internet. They don't pay for my stuff either. So I'm just passing the savings on to you.
You understand my point.
No, I do. It was just what you were saying. And I was like, but wait, nobody buys magazines either. So do you want people in these types of positions, these leaders and the PR people, to be more honest? Because this guy was pretty blunt, pretty honest, and pretty candid.
Next topic.
How about this one? You guys like Psychonauts, right? I remember that getting praise. At least, Chris, you mentioned it.
I heard it was really good.
Oh, you've never actually played it? With all the praise you've given it as top critically acclaimed, underappreciated game, you've never taken the time to at least play it once? Mr. Professional Video Gaming Guy?
No, it's
Just
one
saying.
of those... Yeah. It's one of those things that everyone in a group of people is like, yeah, like that Psychonauts, that was really great, and it just didn't sell very well. And then the next question, have you played it? Nope, nobody. Me neither. Nope, nobody. All right, cool.
In fact, the only person I've ever heard that from was X-Play however long ago. It was on their show, and they're like, this game was awesome, and then no one I know has ever actually played it.
I own it.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't played it yet.
That's even worse.
You're a step ahead of us.
Well, no, it's one of those things where I tend to buy games when they're cheap, and I saw it for like $10, and I just picked it up, and it's just in my box.
Dude, play it, because I want it to suck, because how funny would that be? No, dude, it's boring as hell.
I'll try and play it this week, but it was a critically acclaimed game, and one of the was Double Fine Studios. What was the guy's name? Tim Schafer?
Yeah.
His new game coming out is the Brutal Legend, which is the music, Jack Black kind of action game.
It's School of Rock in Hell.
This was one of the games that when Activision merged with Vivendi, that got on the chopping block. Activision didn't want to publish it because they couldn't see it as a game which would lend itself to having a sequel every year. So apparently EA picked it up and they were going to publish it. Well, now Activision's kind of...
They want it back.
Activision doesn't want it back, but they are saying that the EA deal is invalid because Activision was still in negotiations with Double Fine. However, they don't want it for themselves.
We want it because we just want some money from you because we're enemies.
We want it because we know you want it. Dun, dun, dun.
Now, Double Fine themselves are saying that because of how the whole deal went down, they think they got the rights back, and that pushes Activision out of the way so they can keep going on with EA. But in a whole little situation right now, and there was one pretty good quote from EA on the whole thing. Basically said that we doubt that Activision would try to sue. That would be like a husband abandoning his family and then suing after his wife meets a better-looking guy.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a very good, what is that? Metaphor or simile?
It's a metaphor, isn't it?
Metaphor. Simile uses like or as.
Thank you.
It's like Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, and Jennifer Aniston. That's what you've described this situation.
What?
Angelina stole Brad away from Jennifer, and Jennifer started slinging crap about him in the media, but neither really want to be with Brad Pitt.
Good that you know that, yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Please don't... Is that real?
My wife, subscription to People and Us Weekly,
I was laid off. I don't have anything better to do.
I've watched Oprah every day for the past month.
Here's a question. So after Activision merged with Vivendi, it seems that they've been more and more the bad guy nowadays. People are kind of liking EA more and liking Activision less.
Well, EA started doing useful things instead of just putting Madden out every year.
Like what useful things? Like the new IPs, Mirror's Edge?
Ton of new IPs. And their attitude is very different. I remember when I first came on board at Microsoft, we had meetings about, gamers' reactions to what EA was doing with DLC, because it was right at the beginning of DLC. So The Godfather, and people were outraged. They're charging real money for in-game money. And now all the people from EA they're notorious with community. They have Twitters, they have public places. Anybody can just ping an EA PR or marketing representative, and they've totally, completely, 100% reversed their image, in my opinion. I still don't know many Activision people.
I still wish they'd make 4-player games.
Isn't football 4-player now on Xbox One?
It's always been.
That's the point. You say, I wish that EA would make a 4-player football game, and they said, we already did that. Now stop complaining, Keith.
We did. We're done.
Someone would make a movie about Jesus. Oh, we did that. It was called Jesus of Nazareth. Now shut up.
What?
You guys are got to stay with my analogies here.
They need to make sense first.
Yeah, yes. I wasn't aware there was outcry for more and more movies with Jesus.
Every Thursday, rubber chicken, length of string, rock, lobster.
Next topic.
Has anyone here tried Resident Evil 5 demo?
I tried it for all of 5 minutes, and when I couldn't control it, I deleted it. And I know they're Resident Evil controls, so it shouldn't have been a surprise to me, but I never played a Resident Evil all the way through, so they are so different from everything else. It's not a standard, but it's kind of an unspoken standard that buttons just should do the same thing. The right trigger on a 360 should always be shoot. And I forget, it was just weird.
It's gotten so standard that, like, the drones and stuff that military uses, half the time they're prototyped just using Xbox controllers. And surgeons' tools work the same way. All the kids who grew up playing video games are so used to using them. Actually, the old doctors can't stand it because all the young upcoming surgeons are a lot better at it than they are because it's second nature.
A new surgical technique comes out and all the doctors run over to the board. Oh, damn, it's another one of them where one stick moves and one stick shoots. I suck at those games.
Pretty much what it is, dude.
There'll be way more brain cancer this year that goes uncured because None of us know how to work that.
Get the intern. He needs to do another brain surgery.
Kick ass.
Remember in 1987 when they all used Resident Evil controls where the one stick was just...
What are the Resident Evil controls? I've never actually played one long
I
enough.
think the left stick is frustration factor and the right stick is annoyance.
Yeah.
As you move them, you get more frustrated and annoyed.
The other problem I had was that it's slow, though. You can't quickly turn around when there's a zombie coming up behind you. It's like you go to turn, oh, I'm getting hit from behind. You're like, scroll, 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 shoot!
Is that to just like keep the animation looking nice? Is it slow because they want your character to react like a human would react rather than, you know, watch another character when you're playing Left 4 Dead or something, watch him like do a 180 in the blink of an eye, whereas like no person could do that.
Well, it might be, but it's still not realistic, because if there's a zombie coming up behind me, I'm not going to like take 15 seconds to turn around. You're right that I can't be running in one direction and then immediately turn 180 degrees while still shooting and actually be able to hit anything.
And jump and spin in the air while jumping.
Yes.
Running backwards at full speed.
Realistic isn't turn 15 degrees at a time till you're 180 degrees.
I don't remember the controls for 5 being much different than 4 when I played it 4 years ago. It seemed to play the same.
I'm actually really looking forward to it. I haven't played 4, and I'm ashamed to not have played. That's one of those games that, oh, you didn't play Resident Evil 4. Everyone needs to have played it. So I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know. I got to a point where I like left a building and I was outside and I was being swarmed by zombie things. I couldn't shoot them fast enough because of how slow everything was moving. And so I said, F this, I'll go play Left 4 Dead if I want to shoot zombies.
Maybe your heightened reflexes now from playing all those shooters. Everything seems...
Everything's so slow.
That's what Bob used to do. He would play Unreal Tournament on 140% speed just so that when he played it on regular, it was like, man, I got all day to react.
And I wonder why I got carpal tunnel.
Next topic.
Is anyone here looking forward to Street Fighter 4 this week?
No. Yes. Dude, no, Chris, just stop for 1 second. Remember how happy you were when Street Fighter came out on arcade, Street Fighter 2? You were like, yeah, it's sweet, and we both went and we bought it, and then we played it, and we were like, oh, wait, this is just Street Fighter 2. Why did I buy this?
I'm excited about the prospect of it. How's that? When you say it, I smile.
Yes, but it still doesn't change the fact that you bought it, and we both regret ever spending money on it.
That makes sense. That's kind of just an emotional gut reaction, not really the reality of the game.
Yeah, like you have such fond memories of it, it's tainted for you.
Yeah, and so you're gonna get it, probably be like, oh my god, this is awesome, this is awesome, this is just Street Fighter. They haven't changed the gameplay. Dude, what the year is it? Come on. And then you're gonna throw it down and be pissed.
Or more like it, I'll be sitting there by myself in my living room playing Street Fighter to unlock all the characters, and then I will never put it in the game ever again.
That's right.
See Tekken, see Soul Calibur.
See Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. You all need to move to Seattle so we can play games again.
You're the one who doesn't even have a job in Seattle. Why don't you move back here?
Next topic.
Chad, why don't you do a mailbag? Because you never get to.
I wouldn't do it well. What do you want me to do? Just say mailbag?
Hey guys, I love the show. I've been listening for about 3 months, maybe 4. I'm really calling about Guild Wars because I'm a Guild Wars player of about 1.5 years. And of course, then that means I didn't start at the beginning. I take offense to you guys saying that that's a game that disappointed you. That was great till level 20. And you really had a lot of fun. The couple of guys that were talking about it. And then said that it sucked after that. It didn't suck after that. It's not regular rating, but there's tons and tons and tons of stuff to do after level 20. It's kind of the point. The game is a blast up to level 20. All the story, everything like that they can pull off because of their instancing, it's all great. You even said it was great. But after that, you didn't have anything to do because you didn't look. Even back at the beginning, there was Sorrow's Furnace, Tomb of the Primeval Kings, the Underworld. These are extremely elite areas that are lots of fun, full of quests. And if you guys got to level 20 and didn't have anything to do, then I have to say you really didn't look. Of course, I'm partial because it's the game I play, but come on. I love listening to what you have to say, and it's always really funny. When I think that you're just being silly, somebody pops up with something pretty intelligent and in-depth, which I get a lot of from other podcasts. So it's not that you are idiots, it's that you just got it wrong, I think. There's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff to do. Keep up the good work, guys. You better not talk junk about Guild Wars. All right, bye.
Dude, we dropped out of that game, though, before there was anything.
Let me address it. How the first 20 levels went, we just wanted to keep going. I didn't say there wasn't anything else to do. There was plenty of PvP crap going on and crafting and whatever the hell else there is in the game. That's not what we wanted. We wanted to just keep playing the game that we started playing. If I have to, like, hunt around for a month and a half to try to find that, no. You present it to me because this is the game I bought. Maybe they did add more PvE group instancing crap.
We were already gone by then.
We didn't quit because there wasn't anything to do. We quit because what there was to do was PvP stuff, and that's not why we bought the game.
That's why I said we quit before they did anything. I think they didn't even do the first big patch. Because we were just like, all right, we're level 20 already. You know, this sucks. We're done.
I seem to recall several people who have said, after you guys have had your rants about Guild Wars, several people have said that they went back and did add in PvE content.
Which may very well be true, but like everyone has said, we quit before they did all that. It sucked. They didn't even tell you that the first 20 levels were only the staging area. So here we are at level 20, and the staging area had a name, and they're like, well, wait till you get done with that. And we're all like, well, what the F is that? And they're like, well, that's when the real game starts. And we're like, this isn't the real game? I remember we found that out because the staging area or whatever it was called, you could only group with like 4 people. And we wanted to be able to do more. And someone found out, oh, well, you can group with more than 4 people after you complete the staging area. And then we're like, well, what do you do then? And then, well, that's when you join a guild and you do the PvP stuff. And we're like, well, then that's when we're going to quit because that's not what we wanted to do.
Yeah. Despite the game being called Guild Wars, right?
Well, right, dude. I mean, how often do the game titles actually match up with what the game is? I mean, it's just some random words on a box in a pretty font. That's I don't care. It means nothing to me.
You should replay your little skit that you did with that. I like that one. The world is on the brink of destruction, so the only sensible thing to do is kill each other. You had your whole little epic trailer thing for the game.
It wasn't Diablo. We thought it was Diablo. We were expecting Diablo, and it wasn't Diablo.
We wanted third-person Diablo 2.5.
We ended up with Titan Quest, which is a good game.
I want to say I hope all of our future voicemails are that eloquent and well put together. He did a really good job.
Yeah, thank you for controlling yourself and not just cussing at us.
Yes.
Because it takes us a lot of work, too.
Don't talk about Guild Wars! That part was the best part.
See him crushing his mouse, yeah, that was nice.
Next topic.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I couldn't help to notice on your last show that you guys talked a lot of trash on Fear. The reason why Alma doesn't rip you to shreds is because you're her son, and the powers you're getting is because you're her son yet again. Well, thanks,
Spoiler alert.
Really? Well, no, I'm definitely not going to play it.
Well, no.
Hey, dude,
that was
Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Dude, guys.
It was probably in the first game.
Yes.
But we're so good at following stories.
We skipped that cutscene.
I was going to say, dude, I probably pressed escape, so I apologize. Because I'm the one who commented on, I don't know why she rips you to shreds. So yeah, I don't know. I played that whole game. I played the whole game twice. So I played on normal and then expert or whatever. You know, the cutscene's longer than 10 seconds. I'm like, enter. Okay, escape, let's go. I'm not killing stuff, and it's been 30 seconds.
This isn't a Max Payne comic book, therefore it will be skipped. We need a name for that club.
Next topic.
Okay, this is from Sean. When you guys were talking about the Activision Blizzard merger, it seems like you got some facts wrong.
Oh, really? Us not being factual and just like spurting stuff off the top of our head? When does that ever happen?
It was not Blizzard's choice to merge with Activision. Blizzard is owned by Vivendi Entertainment, and they were the ones who merged with Activision. I'm not sure why they use Blizzard as part of the main name, but I assume it's because Blizzard is a more well-known name than Vivendi. Even though Blizzard had no input when it came to the merger, and it was all handled by Vivendi and Activision.
Signed Sean at Blizzard.com.
From his golden throne.
No, it's good. I think corrections are good.
Yeah, well, we were talking about that right before we started because I did look that up. It's not that I didn't believe it, it's because I didn't know that. And I guess, yeah, they were purchased by Vivendi a while ago. But I mean, yeah, there's no question why they put Blizzard in the name.
Although I would have to assume that Blizzard's big enough where probably Blizzard could have gotten out of that deal with Vivendi unless it was like some lock, stock, hardcore thing.
So that's what we were talking about, because Chris had said, you know, well, they probably could have just said no and left and started their own thing. And I said, well, unless Vivendi actually did own all of the rights to the IPs, the intellectual properties, because the joke after that was, because lots of people did leave Blizzard to start their own software company, and that's how we got
Hellgate, London.
Hellgate, London. It's funny is now, I mean, you guys were talking earlier about copyrights and with pictures and stuff. Who owns the IP anymore is almost totally of 100% importance, more so than the actual product, because Blizzard can make the best game in the world, and then they leave, and they're not allowed to make any more StarCraft or Warcraft stuff anymore, and you have a serious problem, because you're basically starting from scratch. And the couple thousand hardcore people that understand, this is the same company that made that other game, and, you know, look at Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero, the developers left, and they're doing Rock Band now, and Guitar Hero is selling more, even though, in my opinion, I have more fun with Rock Band, because people don't really understand, like, no, Guitar Hero started it all, man. They're the same one. Well, yeah, but all those dudes are now over at a different company, but they just can't make Guitar Hero anymore.
Right, and which is the same reason why Titan Quest was never as big as it could have been. It was by people who left Blizzard, and it was an amazing game, but nobody...
Were they? Wait, was Titan Quest the same guys? Well, Iron Lore, Blizzard guys?
I thought it was. I thought some people left Blizzard and they started...
Iron Lore?
I thought so. I could be wrong.
We should just say yes, that's what it is, and then somebody correct us next week.
Yeah, just somebody will tell us next week. Yes, that is exactly what happened. Iron Lore was started by people from Blizzard. Fact.
Yeah, maybe not.
No, oh no, that happened. That is true.
Next topic.
What was the code in my pocket? We pronounced someone's name wrong?
Yeah, we got a quick letter from Cod in the Pocket. A week or so ago, he sent in some mail, and I had said code in the pocket. If he wanted us to pronounce his name correctly, he could have sent in audio.
Or put in the little dashes and, I don't know what that's called. So I'm going to make up a word. The phonunciation of the word.
Very nice. Phonunciation. I like that. Somebody write that down and submit it to Colbert Report so you can get a dictionary.
It sounds good, doesn't it? It has a nice,
I like it.
It has a nice sound to it. The phonunciation of the word.
Although Code in the Pocket here did ask another question, but I think we answered his...
Cod in the Pocket. You just said his name wrong.
There you go, Cod in the Pocket. So, although Cod in the Pocket did ask a question, but I think we answered his question on a previous episode recently, like, what is your most anticipated game for 2009? Didn't we do that one already?
No, I don't remember further than 5 minutes ago.
I don't remember what this week's roll call was, so I can't remember.
Where am I?
Next topic.
This one's funny. Hi, Gamercast. Hey, what's up? I love listening to you guys. Hey, Phil, I wasn't sure if it was you, but you said you wouldn't mind dying between Chun-Li's legs. I wouldn't mind dying now after I've seen the Street Fighter movie with her in it. And then he signs it, have a good life. That's basically, I hope you all die in a car wreck. That's basically what you've said.
Have a good life.
Gamertag is Mr. Bublier.
And it was Bob that said that he wanted to die between Chun-Li's legs. Phil wanted to die between Triple H's legs. Big difference.
And Keith wanted to die between Phil's legs.
Oh, that's just a nasty sandwich.
It's the double sack boy. You want some of this too? Get over here. That was Video Game Show number 129 for February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. I forget what else is said at this point in the show.
Any ham sandwiches or Shattered Dream got pies to give to the world,
Or
people.
Shattered Dream guys.
Shattered Dream.
Shattered Dream gods.
Could we give ourselves a Shattered Dream pie? Because we can't ever get facts correct.
No, can't feed the staff.
I thought we could with pies.
For Shattered Dream pies, I thought we could.
No.
Shattered Dream pie to us for changing the rules about how if you can or can't get a Shattered Dream pie.
Shattered Dream pie to Steam. Well, Left 4 Dead. I'm so used to the Xbox and having the other voices come over my headset for voice chat and not the main speakers. You can't do that with Steam.
It's a horrible idea. The Xbox mics suck. That's why that works. If you did it that way and had the real speakers cranking, we'd all hear that too, because the mics are better.
WoW does it. I have just voices over my headset and WoW, and sound is through my speakers. It works good.
See?
I would know. I wouldn't play that with you.
Would you play Hide the Frankfurter with me?
Maybe.
What about me? You never play me. I can't do the voice. I'm sorry. It's an Ivan voice only. I just sound like a crazy old senile lady who we also apparently never play with.
Any other Shattered Dream pies or ham sandwiches?
To Flower, I would like to give it a Shattered Dream pie because none of us have played it.
Because none of us can.
Well, only I could, and wait, you have a PS3.
I could, but I didn't.
See? Did you play Killzone 2 yet? The demo?
I've played nothing but WoW. I have a couple new games that I haven't even put in the Xbox or the PlayStation yet. Not because I don't want to, just because freaking WoW, dude. Killzone 2, Flower, Resistance 2, MLB The Show, Little Big Planet. I've said it before, but there's a reasons to have a PlayStation and actually play it.
This week for the Gamercast Network Gaming Night, they're playing Shadowrun. Check out the Gamercast Network forums for all the details. And as always, send your comments, questions, queries, concerns, or roll call questions to the mailbag at mailbag@videogameshow.org, Skype us at videogameshow, or call us at 320-300-GAME. That is a standard long distance call and all normal fees apply. And that's a wrap. Good night.
Has Metacritic ruined the video game industry?
That's not really a roll call question, though. That's more of just a topic of discussion.
Unless you said, yes, my name is Bob, yes, and then you go to the next one. My name is Keith, no. And then we never pretend like we never talk about it ever again. Pretend it never was brought up.
Actually, that's pretty funny, dude. And then just don't mention it for the rest of the show. All right, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.